may allow me, I want to object to what you're saying. Because first, he has used in judicial language saying that we are lying. What he could have said is that we have misled the court. Two, he's making an allegation of fact that the second accused was outside here and that the defense has caused this absence so that we do not proceed. Those are facts that must be adduced in an affidavit so that we can challenge them. That person is accessible, would be accessible to us if the police did not interfere. It is improper and injudicious for a colleague, a lawyer, to insinuate that officers of the court, even though they are defense lawyers, are deliberately misleading the court and lying to the court and manipulating the judicial system by causing the absence of another person, of an accused. We are interested to be paid as defense lawyers. So how can we get paid if the person who is accused cannot attend court? Like I said earlier, it is shameful. I would like my colleague to retract those words and that statement and do not go to the direction of purporting that we caused the absence of the accused person. I hope in the fullness of his address, he will explain the presence of the police. And by the way, I did not have occasion to add to what Mr. Mungiki said. They are not just two vehicles. There are about 5 of them. Thank you, sir.
Without impacting what
let me proceed from where
what can be advanced with the not the insinuating issues that require.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
you allowed the defense, Your Honor, to raise facts, say that the accused persons have been arrested, and it's proper also I raise facts which I know, and there is the investigating officer here who can confirm that the accused person was just outside as we are speaking. So it's not proper that the defense is allowed to raise issues of fact of arrest, and the defense and the prosecution not to be allowed to state fact the way they are, because those are facts, Your Honor.
And looking at given this, did not say that Mr. Njenga was disappeared.
Correct.
What they kind what in fact I don't have any issue with the statement, but the insinuation that the defense was caused.
Your Honor, I was I have reasons to believe so, and that's why I'm saying so. Only that I was rudely, Your Honor, interrupted.
What you might want to advise him is to file a complaint to the Law Society that Aaron Dubi, Everson Dieki, and Mr. Njiru have done the following things. He can't say those things before you without an affidavit.
Your Honor, if you allow me, I finish so that you can. Your Honor, clearly, the defense has not been ready to proceed with this matter. And the same is evidenced by what is happening. You guided us in the morning. The same was complied with. The police officers were told to allow people to come to court. People were allowed to come. And there is no basis or reason whatsoever, Your Honor, for saying that there are some other people who have been prevented. Even the court can go outside and confirm that no one has been prevented from accessing the court, Your Honor. Another issue, Your Honor, which has been raised is to summons the police commander. Your Honor, that request is baseless. No material has been placed before you to support their request. Your Honor, I have information from the OCS, Central Police Station, Your Honor, who is in charge, that no person has been arrested and no person has been prevented from coming to the court. Pursuant, Your Honor, to the guidelines which you issued earlier and which we implemented, Your Honor, together with my colleagues. Your Honor, in the circumstances, considering that the accused persons who were here in the morning were present when the court directed that the matter must proceed, I pray that the warrant of arrest be issued against them for absconding for reasons known better by them. And I pray, Your Honor, that their cash bails be forfeited. And lastly, Your Honor, I reiterate the submissions which I made in the morning, that we are ready to proceed with 6 witnesses, Your Honor, who have been in court since morning. And I pray that the matter proceeds in the absence of the accused persons who have decided to abscond court. That will be Your Honor.
Your Honor, these are exceptional circumstances. Nobody could have contemplated that when we come, we were ready to proceed with 6 witnesses. Even now, we are ready to proceed. So nobody should use that excuse that we are not ready. We are well prepared. Our files, we are well prepared. The challenge is, who could have contemplated that when we come to court, we will have obstruction from the police? Number 2, who could have contemplated that when we come to court and we go out, either to wash our hands or to do some activity, we are restrained by the police from accessing the court? Your Honor, we can have a walk with you. You let us just walk and you will see. There are not one vehicle, but about 5 police cars blocking this road that accesses this court. So that we forget about these side shows and the games being played by the police. We don't blame Mwenga. I know it is beyond Mwenga. This is a game being played by high stake. It is a succession. It is a 2027 issue. That is what is at play, Your Honor. I know that. So my take on this is that in 2027, Kenyans will decide their destiny. And we have no interest. As we are interested in this case, the facts and the law about this case. Can the police allow us to proceed with this case? Can the police allow the 4 accused persons? It will not be fair to apply for warrants because that is a strange application. In our application, we never dealt with the issues of warrants. So the reply that at the reply stage that the issue warrant.
If they are not shown that they have crossed the red line, who will? What will? How will they be stopped? They might just kill me outside here and say Mr. Ndubi committed suicide by exposing himself to a bullet. So this court has a duty to tell the police you can't do this, to tell the prosecution, and I am not blaming the prosecutor, but the prosecution as a representative of the state, that we are not going to allow you to subordinate the court to its will. What the police are doing, they will come here and say, we had instructions, like you heard the witness yesterday say he had instructions from someone. But they are not saying they had judicial instructions. It is time every judicial officer in this country rose to the occasion and stopped the police and the prosecution from abusing the power they are endowed with by the law. They have the power of the gun, the power of the penal code, the power of the CPC, the power of the Evidence Act, but they are not beyond the power of a judicial officer. You must express our anger, not to feel emotional about the way we feel, but express our anger to the state and tell the state, you cannot abuse my power, you cannot insult my power as a judicial officer, and you cannot intimidate persons who are subject to my jurisdiction. Even if they brought those 4 persons who are missing right here now and say, oh, they were outside taking tea. It is my submission that it is no longer possible to have a fair, free, public trial. And therefore, this matter must be adjourned sine die, or give us a mention date when they will have that command. And yesterday I met the county CCIO. He's a friend of mine, I know him from Nairobi. How he mobilized these people to come here and intimidate us, I have no idea. And he's a fine man. He's a very fine man if you look at him. But when they use state power, they can abuse it. We are looking at the back. And it is only you, the judicial officer, who can face them and tell them, I can see beyond you. It is not possible that this matter should proceed at all today or tomorrow. Mr. Mungiki can go back and take instructions as to why there are police officers around the court. They have barricaded the court. They are actually abusing. If you allowed me to say, they are violating and defiling the entire judiciary of Nakuru. Not just Nakuru, but the entire judiciary, by barricading the court and stopping public to come in, including accused persons. And there might be others who should be, like I said earlier, I shouldn't be spending too much time on it, people who could be in other courts. It is shameful, very, very shameful. Let the Chief Justice know, let the President of the Republic know that it is very shameful to barricade a judicial organ from executing its functions. From trying to even stop a lawyer of my age. I'm my grandfather. And they wanted to stop me from coming in. How can they? How dare they? And when I ask them, who are you? They are not introducing themselves. They are not telling me who is the boss. I actually did some civic education out there, and they told me, just go away. We know what we are doing. And you, I'm sure that, Your Honor, with respect, without bragging, I know that you probably know my reputation of doing civic education. I did that, and they told me to walk away, and I walked away. I took 1/2 cup of tea, and in obedience to your orders, I came back without finishing the cup of tea. Thank you.